I think it's time to talk about the difference between being nice and being kind. In the most simple way to explain this, when you're kind to someone, you're doing something that is simply pleasing or agreeable. I feel like it's more of like a social construct on the way that we believe that we're supposed to react or respond in certain circumstances. Whereas kindness is coming from, I guess, a deeper place of wanting to, I guess, serve others, if that makes more sense. In my personal opinion, I think when it comes to being nice, that has more to do with, the words that you say, versus kindness has to do with, maybe words and then being followed up with an actual action. Now, obviously, like, this can get a little bit messy when you're talking about dating, because obviously, when you're being nice to someone, that might become with some follow-up actions, but I'm talking about the disingenuous nature of being nice. So if you're going to go ahead and apply this to dating, a nice guy is going to do all of the things that they think are necessary in order to make you comfortable enough to want to pursue, a more in-depth relationship with them, versus someone who is kind. They want to get to know you for who you are. They want to get to know you without any strings attached. They are interested in you and in whatever form that you're open and willing to allow them to be. Now, this commenter is talking about that they're tired of being, of their niceness or their kindness, because they're using it interchangeably here. They're tired of that being taken advantage of if people are not going to be honest. And in this case, I feel like it's important to talk about accountability, personal accountability, and how to read the room. So with that being said, someone could be as kind, as nice, or whatever you want to say to you as they want to be, but at the end of the day, you still owe them nothing. And as far as women not necessarily being honest, I have to question that, because a lot of women will tell you how they feel without blatantly telling you how they feel. And I feel like a lot of men intentionally ignore the red flags with the hope that they'll be able to do enough for them in order to change their minds. So at what point, after seeing that this woman is not reciprocating the energy that you're putting out, at what point is it your responsibility to say, you know what, this probably isn't good for me. I don't think that they want what I want. Or even after conversations that we've had, it's clear that we are not on the same page. I'm going to go ahead and just take my L and peace out. A lot of the guys in the comments were complaining about the fact that they have these friends who are only friends with them because, they're doing boyfriend things for them. Who told you had to do that? When you're dating somebody, when you're getting to know someone, it's an investment. It's an investment of time. It's an investment of resources. It's an investment of energy. And if you're not willing to make that investment with the idea that you could potentially lose everything because it might not be a good fit, then you shouldn't be dating. Now, I've said what I'm about to say in other videos, and I'm just going to say it again because it still rings true for this one. If you're only being nice for the sake of trying to get something out of somebody else, then you're not actually being nice to begin with. You're just being manipulative.